Nebraska continues preparations here for Northwestern. Hi, Sean Callahan for HuskerOnline.com. And as we spoke with defensive coordinator Bob Diaco here following Tuesday's practice, really the big area of improvement he wants to see is the tackling.
But tackling's a thing, and late season practicing tackling is hard. You know, the players are bruised and battered, so it's hard to come to the grass and really be dynamic with guys and as their shoulders are sore and their arms are sore and their wrists and hands and elbows are sore, you know. So we try to train around it and maintain the fundamentals of tackling.
As you look at the challenge this week for the Blackshirts, it's no question this Wildcat offense led by veteran quarterback Clayton Thorson and running back Justin Jackson.
If he's not the best back, he's one of them in that conversation for sure. He's got an interesting combination of size and speed, slasher, hard to tackle, very loose hips, a lot of foot action, but also breaks tackles. He's a tackle breaker. He's got soft hands out of the backfield. He's an aggressive pass protector. Of the backs we've seen so far, he's as good, if not better, than any one of them.
And what sticks out to corners coach Dante Williams about Northwestern is really just the continuity of their entire system and coaching staff.
I mean, shoot, Northwestern has all their offensive coaches. I feel like they've been together for like 30 years. So, I mean, they're going to have a scheme on top of scheme and attack us in all kind of ways in which we haven't got attacked yet. I mean, they have excellent coaches, got good players, the reason why they're in this conference. So we can just make sure we're ready.
Meanwhile, on the flip side for Nebraska, the challenge this week for the offense will be running the football against a very stout Wildcat front that really nobody has consistently run the football on this season.
Yeah, I think when you see that, it definitely sticks out, and you take that to notice. So, yeah, definitely something that we focus on this week for sure, and we haven't focused on that all season, but definitely maybe a little more this game.
I mean, honestly, I think every game's a test because you should be able to prove yourself no matter who the opponent is. It doesn't matter who they are. You got to be ready to be the best run game you can be at that moment.
And if it's going to happen up front for Nebraska against Northwestern, center Cole Conrad's going to have to play a big role. And for him, it's really been a roller coaster of emotions, having a starting job, then having it taken away, and now being back in the starting lineup after an injury to Michael Decker.
Yeah, I mean, that's always hard, because you work so hard for what you get, and it can be taken away from you. I mean, it can happen to anybody, but you can't hang your head and you can't pout about it. You just got to keep working and move on. And when your opportunity comes, you just got to take it and run with it.
Will you be I mean, now that you've got a full week to know you're the guy, how much more mentally ready do you think you'll be this week?
I think a lot. I mean, you always gotta keep studying, keep preparing like you are the guy, and like you said, you just got to keep going and keep preparing mentally and then take it from there.
And finally, one of the real bright spots to come out of that game for Nebraska's offense was not just the play of quarterback Tanner Lee, but tight end Tyler Hoppus, who was the first tight end to have over 100 yards receiving in a game at Nebraska since 2007.
Yeah, no, I was telling him it felt amazing to get out there and kind of show what I have been doing in practice and everything. Like I said, it doesn't matter how many targets I get as long as we're winning, but obviously it feels good to get out there and make some plays.
On the injury front, there are a lot of questions we really won't know answers until Mike Riley gives the final word on Thursday, particularly running back Jalen Bradley, who's missed the last 2 days wearing a protective boot. You've got linebacker Luke Gifford with his hip injury, and then safety Aaron Williams and corner Eric Lee, who are all battling different things from this past week's game. With the Huskers in Lincoln, I'm Sean Callahan of HuskerOnline.com.